The lights inside the stadium were blinding. More than 80,000 people screaming his name. Cameras flashing from every angle. A private jet waiting after the game. Mansions, luxury cars, millions in the bank. At one point, he was the most expensive football player in human history. But just a few years later, the same man sat on the pitch in tears, surrounded by critics calling him wasted talent. Injuries destroyed seasons. Fans turned against him. Headlines mocked him. And the football world began asking one painful question. What happened to the boy who was supposed to become the next king of football? Before the tattoos, the parties, the fame, and the billion-dollar lifestyle, there was just a skinny kid from Brazil chasing a ball through dusty streets. That kid was Neymar. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. was born on February 5, 1992, in Mogi das Cruzes, São Paulo, Brazil. He grew up in a modest household where money was always tight. His father, Neymar Santos Sr., had once dreamed of becoming a professional footballer himself, but life never gave him that chance. So when he saw talent in his son, he became obsessed with protecting it. Their neighborhood was far from glamorous. Small crowded homes, narrow streets, the sound of motorcycles, loud music, and people struggling to survive every day. Football wasn't entertainment there, it was hope. Young Neymar played barefoot on concrete streets and indoor futsal courts. The ball almost never left his feet. Even as a child, people stopped what they were doing just to watch him dribble. He moved differently, faster, freer, almost like he was dancing. But talent alone wasn't enough. His family moved constantly trying to survive financially. Sometimes there wasn't enough stability, sometimes there wasn't enough comfort. Yet every sacrifice his parents made revolved around one belief: Neymar could change their lives. And slowly, he did. At just 11 years old, Neymar joined the youth academy of Santos FC, the same legendary club that once produced Pelé. In Brazil, that carried enormous pressure. People didn't just want another good player, they wanted another icon. By his teenage years, whispers about this magical kid were already spreading across the football world. Scouts from Europe started watching him. Even Real Madrid CF reportedly tried to sign him as a teenager. But fame came early, and fame changes everything. Imagine being 14 years old, while adults already call you the future of an entire country. Imagine millions of people expecting greatness before you're even old enough to drive. Would most people survive that pressure? Neymar's education quickly became secondary. Football consumed his life completely. Training sessions, youth tournaments, endless travel, cameras everywhere, expectations growing larger every year. But behind the smiles and flashy skills, there was pressure building inside him. Brazilian football culture can be brutal. One bad performance and fans destroy you. One injury and people forget you. Neymar learned very early that football could love you one day and humiliate you the next. Still, he kept shining. In 2009, at just 17 years old, Neymar made his professional debut for Santos FC. And almost immediately, Brazil fell in love with him. The tricks, the confidence, the swagger. He wasn't just scoring goals, he was entertaining people. Kids copied his hairstyle. Teenagers copied his celebrations. Sponsors rushed toward him before he even became an adult. During his first spell with Santos, Neymar played 225 matches, scored 136 goals, and delivered countless unforgettable moments. He helped Santos win the Copa Libertadores in 2011, the club's first since Pelé's era. Suddenly, Europe was watching closely. Every giant club wanted him: FC Barcelona, Chelsea FC, Manchester City FC, Real Madrid CF. On May 26, 2013, Barcelona officially announced the signing of Neymar. The world exploded, but his beginning in Spain was not easy. At Barcelona, Neymar entered a dressing room filled with legends, and yet he adapted. Slowly, he transformed from a flashy Brazilian wonder kid into one of the most dangerous attackers on earth. At Barcelona, Neymar played 186 matches and scored 105 goals. But statistics alone don't explain what he became there. The famous MSN trio, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar, terrorized world football. Defenders looked helpless. Stadiums shook every weekend. Then came 2015. Barcelona won the treble, La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the UEFA Champions League. And Neymar was phenomenal. One of his most unforgettable moments came during the historic 6-1 comeback against Paris Saint-Germain FC in 2017. Barcelona looked dead, eliminated, finished. Then Neymar took over. Goals, assists, magic, chaos. In just minutes, he produced one of the greatest Champions League comebacks in history. Ironically, just months later, he joined the very club he destroyed that night. In August 2017, football changed forever. Paris Saint-Germain triggered Neymar's €222 million release clause, the biggest transfer in sports history. No player had ever cost that much. The move shocked the world. Some believed he wanted to escape Messi's shadow and finally become the #1 star. Others believed the money was simply too massive to reject. Luxury brands chased him endlessly. Neymar became more than a footballer. He became a global entertainment brand. On the pitch, he delivered brilliance. For PSG, Neymar played 173 matches and scored 118 goals. He won multiple League One titles and domestic trophies. But there was one problem. The injuries never stopped. Every season seemed to collapse the same way. Brilliant start, incredible performances, then injury. Fans began questioning his professionalism. Media attacked his lifestyle. People started wondering, did he truly maximize his talent? Because many football fans genuinely believe Neymar possessed ability equal to anyone in history. Some even believed he was naturally more gifted than both Messi and Ronaldo. Still, Neymar continued producing magical moments. For the Brazilian national team, he became one of the greatest players the country has ever produced. He represented Brazil national football team across multiple World Cups and tournaments, carrying the pressure of an entire football nation. Internationally, Neymar has scored over 79 goals for Brazil, becoming the country's all-time top scorer, surpassing Pelé's official record. He also won Olympic gold with Brazil at the 2016 Rio Olympics, one of the most emotional moments of his career. Years later, injuries would continue haunting him in World Cups, almost like a curse following his career. Then came another unexpected chapter. In 2023, Neymar shocked football again by leaving PSG and joining Al Hilal SFC in Saudi Arabia. The deal was enormous, hundreds of millions in wages and commercial agreements. But once again, injuries interrupted everything. Just months after arriving, Neymar suffered a serious ACL injury while playing for Brazil, keeping him out for a long period. By then, public opinion around him had become deeply divided. But regardless of opinions, Neymar's influence on football culture is undeniable. Look at modern football today. The hairstyles, the celebrations, the street-style flair, the confidence young players show online. Neymar helped redefine football's relationship with entertainment and social media. he became one of the first footballers of the digital superstar era. And his wealth reflects that influence. Neymar's estimated net worth is believed to be around $250 million to $350 million. His salary earnings alone across Barcelona, PSG, and Al Hilal reached astronomical levels. His lifestyle looks like something out of a Hollywood movie. Luxury mansions in Brazil featuring private lakes, tennis courts, gyms, and helipads. A stunning property near Rio de Janeiro designed like a resort. Exotic cars, including Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, and Audis. Designer watches worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Private jets flying across continents. But perhaps the most fascinating thing about Neymar isn't the money or fame. It's the contradiction. How can someone so successful still leave people feeling like there was more left unfinished? That's the mystery of Neymar. Because when people discuss football's greatest talents, his name always appears. The dribbling, the creativity, the joy he brought to the game. Few players in history entertained fans the way Neymar did. Neymar played football with emotion in an era becoming increasingly robotic. Even critics who questioned his choices could never deny the beauty of his game. He reminded people that football is art before it is statistics. And maybe that matters more than we realize. Because years from now, when trophies and headlines fade away, millions of fans will still remember the feeling Neymar gave them. The impossible dribbles, the fearless confidence, the moments that made football feel magical again. From the crowded streets of Brazil to becoming one of the most famous athletes on earth, Neymar's story is proof that talent can change your life. But pressure can change it too. And perhaps the greatest tragedy and beauty of Neymar's career is this. He became a global superstar. But the world will forever wonder just how much greater he could have been.